So for my IA, I answered the question, should HTC merge with Huawei to increase its market share? And so my IA talks about High-Tech Computer Corporation, most known as HTC, and the problem they were facing was that after sales peaked its highs in 2011, a constant decrease um, has been observed. For example, HTC stocks have dropped 88%, and there was significant market share was lost. And even worse, monthly revenue, shipments, market share, and stock performance all demonstrated a negative trend. And because of this reason, many analysts suggested that HTC should merge with another company. And one of the most suggested companies was Huawei. So in this IA, I analyze if this merge should happen. So the first business tool I use to analyze if this merge should happen is the pest analysis. And this was because given that a merge between HTC and Huawei happens, HTC would mainly benefit by the fact that they will have a greater presence in the Chinese market. So because of this reason, I use the pest analysis to analyze that factor that could affect this market. And the main factors that I used to analyze were political factors, economical factors, social factors, and technological factors. For instance, political factors. Um, there was a negative. There was something negative between China. There were barriers between China and Taiwan, so this could lead for the merge not to happen. Economic factors. China is an expanding economy, so this good opportunity for HTC to enter this new area. Social factors. The same language is spoken between both both companies. HTC is from Taiwan and Huawei is from China, so they would benefit in the sense that communication would be easier. And there's an increased demand for Android phones and technological factors, mainly because China is constantly developing new technology. So it is also a great opportunity for HTC to penetrate this new region. Then I talked about economies and diseconomies of scale to remind you guys what these definitions are. Economies of scale are the factors that allow a firm to become more efficient as the company grows in size, and these economies of scale are the factors that lead a firm to become less efficient as the company grows in size. So the main economies of scale I found that would happen between these two companies if they were to merge was first of all combination of strengths and information, localization in one region, and reduction of labor costs. However, these economies of scale include poor communication and lack of control. And I concluded that overall the economies of scale outweigh the diseconomies of scale because if the merge would take place, this will place the new firm with the fourth largest market share within the smartphone market, which is equivalent for 5% of the smartphone global market. Then I use an Ansoff matrix to assess the risk of different growth strategies before they are applied. And I found out that in the short run, this new company should aim for market penetration, and in the long run, they should aim for market development. And after all of these business tools that I use to figure out if whether this merge should happen or not, I concluded that HTC should merge with Huawei because this will allow the firm to boost their growth, recover market share, enter a more competitive market, and reduce operation costs. A Chinese partnership with Huawei will open up the sustainable China market, and HTC will benefit from the short and long term growth strategies and economies of scale. I also discussed the limitations. For example, some people could argue that despite the merge, HTC will remain with negative profits it is operating right now because management strategies are unlikely to change. However, I finished by concluding that if HTC joined forces with Huawei, a firm that is already successful in the Chinese market, um, this will allow them to combine their strengths and improve their management skills and become even more efficient.